In a small, cozy house located in a quiet suburban area, Anna and John's family were facing a tremendous challenge that they never could have anticipated. Their home stood in a peaceful place far from the hustle and bustle of the city, with empty streets, lush green trees, and fresh air. The backyard garden was a small paradise where flowers of all colors bloomed and fruit trees began to bear fruit. It was an ideal space for a happy family. However, inside this home, the tranquility could not mask the pain the family was carrying in their hearts. Anna and John were a deeply loving couple. They had built this small home together from the early days of their marriage and had overcome many of life's challenges step by step. They always believed in the future, sharing sweet promises about a joyful life, especially when they welcomed the arrival of their beloved daughter, Lily. Lily was their hope, the shining light in their lives, and perhaps that is why their pain became sharper than ever when they faced the girl's grave illness. Lily was born healthy, a cute little girl who loved to smile and was always full of energy. But when she turned 6 months old, signs of abnormalities began to appear. She could not move, laugh, or cry like other children. After undergoing numerous tests and examinations, doctors confirmed that Lily suffered from a rare disease that prevented her body from developing normally. Lily's condition was untreatable, and her chances of recovery were almost non-existent. The doctors advised that Lily would never be able to walk, talk, or express emotions like other normal children. This diagnosis struck Anna and John like a heavy blow. They could not accept this truth and were determined not to give up. They tried every possible treatment, from traditional medicine to the most advanced therapies, seeking advice from local doctors and even turning to international specialists for help. But despite all their efforts, Lily's condition showed no improvement. She remained motionless, unable to communicate with the world around her. Each day passed, and Anna and John felt more deeply the helplessness and pain of watching their daughter live in her isolated world far from everyone. Although the doctors had warned that there was no way to cure Lily, Anna and John did not give up hope. They knew that no matter how difficult it was, they would continue to fight, always stand by Lily's side, and strive to create the best possible life for their daughter. They believed that one day a miracle would happen, even though they could not see it. What they could not give up was their love for Lily, an unconditional, strong love that would never fade. Throughout this difficult time, Anna and John were never alone. In addition to their love, there was a loyal companion, always by Lily's side, never leaving her for even a moment. That was Rocky, a husky with thick, shiny fur and bright, intelligent eyes. Rocky was not just a dog. He was Lily's kindred spirit from the time she was very young. Though Lily couldn't play or run like other children, Rocky was always there, caring for and watching over her every day. Rocky kept a careful watch over Lily as though he understood her condition. Whenever Anna or John became worried, Rocky would sit by Lily's side, resting his head on her lap as if to reassure her, telling her that everything would be okay. Sometimes the dog would sit quietly next to Lily, his eyes fixed on her as though watching every breath, every movement, no matter how small. To Rocky, love was not about loud actions, but warm gestures and silent moments that he shared with Lily. With each passing day, the bond between Lily and Rocky grew deeper. Although Lily couldn't speak or express her emotions with words, Rocky could sense everything through the slightest changes in her body. Sometimes when Lily felt pain or sadness, Rocky would quietly approach, lie next to her, and place his paw gently on her hand, as if trying to soothe the pain Lily was enduring. While Lily's parents were in despair, Rocky remained a steady support, a quiet but powerful comfort. No one in Anna and John's family could explain why Rocky understood Lily so well, but there was one thing they knew for sure. This dog was not just a friend, but an indispensable part of their lives. This loyal dog was always ready to be by her side, offering Lily safety and unconditional love, even when everything else seemed to be slipping away. With Rocky by their side, Anna and John felt a glimmer of hope in their most desperate moments. They knew that no matter how the world around them changed, there was one thing that would never change: their love for Lily and Rocky's immeasurable loyalty. Though Lily's illness remained untreatable, within the family of Anna and John, love and hope still thrived, nurtured every day by the presence of Rocky, their pet dog, who was not just a companion, but a steady source of faith through the long, challenging days. Lily couldn't move or speak, but to Anna and John, their daughter was still a tiny, loving angel. Despite the illness that had stripped her of her ability to communicate and move, Lily remained the shining light in their lives. Every day, Anna and John devoted all their time to caring for her, doing their best to create moments of joy, even the smallest ones, to help Lily feel loved and not alone in this challenging life. They poured all their love into their little girl, doing everything they could to nurture the hope that one day Lily would recover, even though doctors had confirmed that this possibility was nearly non-existent. Since Lily's birth, Anna and John have overcome many challenges together, but none were greater than the challenge of facing their beloved daughter's illness. Lily was a very special little girl with bright eyes and a radiant smile, but when the illness appeared, she could no longer move, communicate, or show any of the emotions Anna and John knew were still within her. Simple daily actions like stretching, laughing, or even just holding her parents' hands had become something too far away for Lily. Anna and John tried all the treatment methods recommended by doctors. They consulted medical experts from around the world, tried expensive medications, and also explored physical therapy. But none of it brought any promising results. The doctors said that Lily's condition was rare, and her chances of recovery were nearly non-existent. They advised the family to prepare for a future with no significant changes. For Anna and John, these words were a heavy shock, a devastating blow to the faith they had built over the years. They felt as though they were chasing a mirage, a fading hope they didn't know how to hold on to. The long nights passed, and each time they woke up, they were confronted with their helplessness, watching Lily lying still in her sickbed, unable to care for herself, speak, or express any emotions. But in their darkest moments, when Anna and John felt desperate and almost lost all hope, Rocky, the family's husky dog, was always an invaluable source of support. Rocky wasn't just an ordinary dog. He was Lily's loyal companion, always by her side, every day showing unconditional love. Whenever Lily was sad, Rocky would approach her and nudge her gently as if to comfort her, a silent word of encouragement from the dog. These simple actions, though unspoken, brought deep comfort to Lily and the family. Every morning when they woke up, Anna and John would always see Rocky sitting by Lily's bed, his bright eyes filled with concern, but also full of love. Although Lily is still lying in bed, unable to move, Rocky never leaves her side, watching every tiny movement she makes. The dog could sense even the smallest changes in Lily's body. For months, although there were no significant changes, Rocky stayed by her side, never ceasing to love and care for Lily. Anna and John noticed that there was something very special between Lily and Rocky. It wasn't just a relationship between a little girl and a dog, but an invisible bond, a loyalty and unconditional love that only this dog could offer Lily. Time passed, and although Lily still showed no major changes, special moments began to emerge gradually and gently. Each day, Lily could move a little, even if it was just a slight twitch of a finger. But to Anna and John, it was a miracle. They couldn't believe their eyes, wondering whether it was real or just their imagination after all the dark days. But no matter what, they began to feel a glimmer of hope, a final light after the long nights that seemed endless. One night when the family had fallen asleep, Rocky did something they never expected. The dog stood up, walked around Lily's bed, then gently placed his paw on the edge of the bed near Lily's hand. At that moment, a miracle happened. Lily's hand, although weak, seemed to respond purposefully. Her fingers gently grasped Rocky's hand. This feeling, though tiny, was a clear sign that Lily could sense Rocky's presence, and perhaps she was slowly regaining her ability to move. Anna and John sat up, their eyes wide open, unable to believe what they had just witnessed. It was a moment they had never dared hope would happen. Although everything was still small and weak to them, it was a clear sign of recovery, even if it was just a tiny step. It brought them a new hope they had never dared to embrace before. Even though the doctors had said Lily's chances of recovery were nearly non-existent, that moment proved that miracles could still happen, even if just in small steps. After that night, Lily began to make more gentle movements. Each day, Anna and John noticed small changes in Lily, a finger twitching, a leg twitching slightly. Each of these movements brought new hope to the family, and they believed that it was the unconditional love from Rocky that made Lily feel safe and at ease, awakening the potential within her body. Though Lily's recovery was still slow, Anna and John no longer felt the same despair they had before. They knew that the road ahead would still be long and difficult, but at least they had Rocky, the loyal dog, the priceless friend who was always by their side, walking with them through the challenges of life. Rocky's tender gestures not only helped Lily feel less alone, but also sparked a flame of hope in the hearts of her parents. They hoped that even though Lily's condition was still not cured, love and perseverance would bring small miracles, the first steps in a long journey of recovery. Weeks later, Lily's condition improved significantly. Although still weak and requiring support from treatments, she began to move her arms and legs more easily. These small, fleeting movements held great significance for Anna and John. Each time Lily moved, whether it was a finger or a leg, Twitching gently, they exchanged smiles as if witnessing a miracle slowly unfolding before their eyes. Anna and John couldn't hide their joy. The long, endless days of worry and despair seemed to be giving way to newfound faith and hope. Although they knew that Lily's recovery would still be a long and challenging process, those small movements were enough for them to feel that their daughter was fighting, and perhaps one day she would regain the freedom to move and play like other children. This progress was proof of the love and perseverance they had maintained throughout this entire journey. After checking Lily's condition, the doctors also admitted that her recovery was inexplicable. They acknowledged that Lily's condition was rare, and traditional treatments had almost no effect. The doctors couldn't explain why Lily had improved so quickly. However, instead of offering a scientific explanation, they simply smiled and praised Lily's progress. For Anna and John, though, the most important thing was that they had regained hope. With the care and love of her parents, Lily began to fight for recovery. Anna and John clearly realized that their daughter was not only relying on medical methods to overcome her illness, but also on another important factor: the unconditional love they gave her. They were always by her side, encouraging and motivating their daughter never to give up. Their love for Lily wasn't just about sacrifice, but also the strength that helped her rise in the most difficult moments. Throughout Lily's recovery, there was one loyal friend who never left her side: Rocky, the husky dog that Anna and John had adopted when Lily was very young. Rocky wasn't just a pet. He was a dear companion, an indispensable partner in Lily's life. When Lily couldn't speak and couldn't move, Rocky was always by her side, silently comforting and encouraging her with his unconditional love. Rocky always sat by Lily's bed, his eyes intently watching every small movement she made. Whenever Lily made small movements, even if it was just a slight twitch of a finger, Rocky would approach her, placing his head on her leg as if to remind her, "I am always here. I am always by your side." Rocky's love for Lily was a pure and priceless emotion, something that could not be measured. The dog was not just a companion, but also a great source of encouragement in Lily's journey of recovery. Rocky became an essential part of Lily's recovery process. The dog not only provided emotional comfort, but also gave Lily the strength to keep fighting. In the darkest times when the family felt hopeless, Rocky remained a loyal companion. Never giving up, the dog taught the whole family a lesson in loyalty, patience, and unconditional love. Only love like this could help a child struggling with illness find the strength to keep going. Lily's story is not just a miracle in medicine, but also a vivid testament to the power of love, loyalty, and hope. It serves as a profound reminder that even in the most desperate moments, when everything seems impossible to change, love and perseverance can still bring about miracles. Lily's resilience, together with the love her family and Rocky had for her, proved that the combination of love and hope could create miracles that cannot be explained by scientific theory. Not only in medicine, but in daily life, love and perseverance are always the decisive factors that help us overcome difficulties, face challenges, and find the light at the end of the tunnel. Lily has proven that even though life can be difficult and full of challenges, if we do not give up and continue to love and persevere, the best things can still come. Anna and John could hardly believe that their daughter had made such rapid progress, but they knew that it was love and perseverance that had created this miraculous change. They thanked Rocky, the loyal dog, always by Lily's side, and they knew that without Rocky's care, love, and loyalty, they wouldn't have been able to stand strong through those difficult times. Anna and John no longer live in the darkness of despair. They have regained hope and faith in the future. Although Lily still has a long way to go to recover fully, each small step she takes is a victory. In each of those victories, there is a part of the great love that Rocky has brought, a love that helped her find the strength to fight and never give up. Love is an inexplicable miracle, and Lily's story is proof of that.